The Philippine archipelago finds itself at the very heart of the strategic contest in the West Philippine Sea. Surrounded by great power rivalries, Manila's ability to defend its maritime approaches is not just a matter of sovereignty, but of survival. At the core of this debate lies the question of coastal defense. Should the Philippines rely solely on India's BrahMos missile system, already contracted and soon to be deployed, or consider Japan's Type 12 surface-to-ship missile, now being upgraded into a long-range strike platform? The choice is not merely technical, but strategic, encompassing questions of alliance structures, interoperability, and long-term deterrence. The BrahMos, developed jointly by India and Russia, is one of the fastest supersonic cruise missiles in the world. Capable of flying at speeds of Mach 2.8 to 3, it offers the Philippine Marine Corps a game-changing capability to deter hostile naval incursions. With a range of about 290 kilometers in its current export version, it allows the Philippines to hold Chinese vessels at risk in key choke points, especially around Palawan. The BrahMos's supersonic speed compresses enemy reaction time, forcing adversaries to calculate risks carefully before pushing into contested waters. For Manila, which has long lacked credible coastal defense, BrahMos represents both a symbolic and practical leap. Japan's Type 12, by contrast, was initially a subsonic missile with a range of around 200 kilometers, designed for coastal defense along Japan's southwestern islands. On paper, BrahMos seems to outshine it in speed and kinetic punch, but Tokyo has embarked on a sweeping modernization program. The upgraded Type 12, due to enter service in the late 2020s, will reportedly achieve ranges of 900 to 1,000 kilometers. With advanced guidance, networked targeting, and precision strike potential, it is being reimagined not as a short-range coastal missile, but as a theater-level deterrent. If Manila were to gain access to such a system, its defensive horizons would expand dramatically, moving from mere coastal denial to the possibility of holding strategic maritime lanes at risk across the South China Sea. The technical comparison tells only part of the story. The BrahMos is supersonic, with limited range but immediate impact. The Type 12 is subsonic, but evolving into a long-range precision strike weapon. The first offers a near-term capability already contracted, funded, and aligned with India's export drive. The second offers a long-term horizon, one that depends on Japan's willingness to relax its export rules and Manila's capacity to invest in sustainment. In practice, a mixed ecosystem where BrahMos provides the near-term punch while Type 12 builds a future deterrent may be the optimal path. Beyond performance metrics, the strategic context matters more. India, by exporting BrahMos, positions itself as a partner in the Indo-Pacific security network. This diversifies Manila's defense ties, reducing overdependence on the United States while sending a signal to Beijing that the Philippines is building links with multiple powers. Japan, meanwhile, is emerging as perhaps Manila's most consistent security partner. From donating Coast Guard vessels and surveillance radars to discussing reciprocal access agreements, Tokyo has made clear that Philippine security is integral to Japan's defense perimeter. If BrahMos symbolizes diversification, Type 12 represents integration into an advanced alliance framework. The geography of Palawan highlights this calculus. With BrahMos deployed along the western coast, the Philippines can create an anti-access bubble that covers much of the Spratly Islands. Any hostile fleet approaching from the Chinese-occupied features would face the threat of supersonic strike within minutes. This bolsters Manila's deterrence posture, especially in a crisis where speed of response is critical. A future Type 12 battery, however, could push that bubble outwards, projecting Philippine deterrence across the South China Sea, even threatening the approaches to Hainan or the Luzon Strait in conjunction with allies. It transforms the Philippines from a reactive defender into a proactive partner in a wider regional missile shield. Of course, obstacles remain. Japan's strict defense export laws still limit what can be transferred abroad, even to close partners. Political debate in Tokyo continues over how far to go in arming other countries. Manila, for its part, faces budget constraints and logistical challenges. BrahMos already stretches the defense budget. Type 12, especially in its upgraded form, will demand substantial investment in command and control, targeting networks, and integration with allied systems. The decision is as much about political will and financial prioritization as it is about technology. Yet the symbolism of Type 12 cannot be ignored. For Manila to operate a Japanese missile system would be a historic leap, reflecting the normalization of Japan's security role and the deepening of the Japan-Philippines strategic axis. Just as BrahMos signals Manila's outreach to India, Type 12 would anchor its partnership with Tokyo. Together, these missiles could give the Philippines a layered, multinational deterrent, a rare example of small and middle powers cooperating to balance a regional giant. Ultimately, the question of which missile should guard Palawan is less about choosing one over the other, and more about how to sequence and integrate both. BrahMos provides the immediate deterrent edge, fast, hard-hitting, and already in the pipeline. Type 12 offers a future horizon, aligning Manila with Japan's cutting-edge missile strategy and embedding it in a larger regional network. In the West Philippine Sea, where every kilometer of range and every second of response time matters, the combination of BrahMos and Type 12 could redefine Manila's defensive posture. The Philippines stands at a crossroads. By embracing both Indian and Japanese missile technologies, it can achieve what has long been elusive: credible deterrence in the maritime domain. Palawan, long the vulnerable frontier, could become the bastion of national defense. The real question is whether Manila will muster the political will, fiscal resources, and strategic vision to weave these systems into a coherent shield. In doing so, it would not only guard its own shores, but also signal to allies and adversaries alike that the Philippines has entered a new era of maritime defense. If you found this analysis valuable, please support our channel. Follow, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on the latest military developments. Your comments, shares, and donations help us continue providing in-depth coverage of defense and security in the Philippines and beyond. Together, let's keep building a community that understands and debates the strategic choices shaping our region's future.